Welcome back, everyone. We've been talking about introducing new foods to children for the past few videos, and we're going to continue to explore this concept again in this video. The reason we're taking so much time on this is because at Growing Chefs, we're constantly hearing from parents that a child's willingness to try new foods can be the biggest barrier when it comes to their children's diets. As a parent, it's so tough to invest time and money towards learning to make something new to eat when you know your children are not likely to even try anything new. It can make introducing new foods a complete non-starter. In this video, we're going to go into a little more detail about some strategies to encourage trying new foods for young children. So let's dive in. Children at this age are just forming their very first opinions of food and living very much in the present. They taste things much more strongly than we do. So the first point is not to expect too much, as it is normal for new foods not to be received very well. Successful tasting strategies to help with very young children can often be linked to sensory experiences. If you can, help students to understand how tasting food relates to their other senses. It can help them identify and categorize what they are experiencing when they try something new, and help them to think about and begin to understand what they're tasting. Remember, always be positive. I know we've said it before, but this is really important. Continue to be positive as much as possible and try not to draw attention to any negative reactions kids have around trying new foods, because they will be there. We are trying to ensure that they see exploring and learning about food as fun and exciting. Tasting food should never be associated with the potential of punishment. For example, withholding a favorite food if they won't try a new food. As well, many nutrition experts agree that offering food rewards, especially candy, treats, or desserts, if children are willing to try healthy foods, is not a good strategy in developing long-term relationships with food. Give students choice and allow them to be the boss of their plate. Sometimes, resisting new things is more of a child feeling like they're not in control of a situation than it is likely about the food itself. Sometimes, the feeling of not being in control can amplify and increase anxiety towards new foods. Students are constantly being told what, how, and when to do things. School is often entirely scheduled for them, and many times it's only with set free times or recesses that they have the opportunity to make choices for themselves. Being the boss of their own plate is about providing the illusion of control. By providing a variety of healthy foods to try and letting them choose which exact foods and how much of each and how they want them arranged on their plate can give students the opportunity to feel like they are in control of the situation and making their own choices. This can really help with their attitude towards trying these new foods. If the opportunity allows, serve new foods family style or on communal platters and allow students the opportunity to make choices about what goes on their plate and what it looks like on their plate. This can do a lot for encouraging their confidence around new foods and puts them in a position where they feel they have control. You should still present parameters which will clearly outline what amount of control they have. For example, present students a variety of fruit and vegetables and be clear that there are no wrong or bad choices, but make it sure that they understand they have to choose maybe 2 or 3 different foods, or at least a certain amount of each of the foods they choose to put on their plate. Maybe they'll choose a plate completely full of grapes, or maybe they'll reach out and try some lettuce. You want to ensure that any choice they could potentially make is a good choice, and you can help them celebrate it by pointing out all the good choices they made all by themselves. Salad bar programs are perfect for this strategy, as it should be easy to set it up so that any choice that students can make can be seen as a good choice. A quick note, if you are going to plan an activity with your class that involves tasting, try not to schedule it right after a snack time or lunchtime. Children at this young age mostly only eat without prompting if they're hungry. So if you find that you have students that do not want to eat the food that they generally always enjoy, there is a pretty good chance that they may simply just not be hungry. And if presented with the same food at a different time, they may be more open to it. And last, involving students in the process is one of the best strategies for getting children of any age to try new foods. If students are involved in food preparation, this gives them the chance to explore the food using all of their senses. They will also be curious and excited to eat, and likely even more proud to share with others what they have created. In our experience, having children involved in their own food preparation is the #1 way to increase their likelihood of trying these new foods. Later on in this video series, we will have a few videos to help with different approaches for preparing food right in the classroom with your students. Next time, we'll dive into some ideas for introducing new foods to primary age students. We'll see you soon.